Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be working on our electrical system and kind of organizing all the jumbleness of everything that's going on up here. All of our power lines that are running just all over the place. We're organizing in one spot, everything nice and pretty. That being said, guys, let's get into it. Alright, so before we get into everything today, there's a couple things that you guys are going to need to have to kind of follow along and do exactly what I'm doing. You guys want to add this to your factory. Basically, you're going to need the Mark II power lines, which are these right here, the power poles, and the double wall outlet as well. This will just kind of, you can do it without this, the clipping, just kind of clip it through the wall, but overall I think this just looks a lot better, keeps everything a lot more organized. The reason we need these Mark IIs is because they can handle up to 7 power line connections as opposed to the original 4. So there's a lot of sections that we have in our kind of breakdown areas, like our iron plates are 4 constructors, so we can only connect 4 lines to one pole, which means we're required to use 2 lines to connect to, and then connect them together. That's 3 connections, a 4th connection to connect them to the actual place they're going. So there's already just 3 poles for each one of those levels. Even up top, you have 6 constructors, which kind of come into the problem of even more power lines. And there's just overall a lot of lines running kind of everywhere. What I want to add is more of a single area where you can just kind of control all the power if you want to shut something off. I am going to follow kind of a little bit of a design that Kibitz used. If you haven't seen any of his videos, please check them out. They're really, really great and awesome. So, all that being said, I'm going to kind of start laying out some stuff, and I'll come back in just a second so you can see exactly what we're going to be doing. Alright, now that we're back here, basically all I did was I went and took these double wall outlets. If you're not familiar with these, basically it's an outlet on both sides. So like this up here, you can see that this is just one. But like if I were to connect this here, this would give the same power outage like this. And kind of create like a loop. They're basically connected through the wall. Just a little bit more organized than kind of running everything just like straight through the wall. So basically what we have going on here is I put 2 of them together and I connect the line. And I have the iron rods 1, our iron plates, and our screws. And it's basically everything that's going to be on this side of it all connected to one. I have this line right here, this power pole for our main kind of draw. This is connected over to our actual coal plant. And then all these will run into this. So we'll connect them to the bottoms right here. Just like that. This is basically going to act as our master controller. And if we want to actually shut anything down, we can just remove the line between here and here. Or we can do it either way. Actually, now that I'm kind of looking at this really doesn't make any sense. It just looks cool. So I might rework this and I'll show you guys if I do. Basically, I'm just going to take this off for right now just so we can kind of see what's going on. Get everything connected, and then I want to see everything be down and then actually get powered up, make sure that all the lines are working correctly. This is going to run through our actual like item transport hallway thing we got going on here, just so we don't have to look at it. This is the back side of it. You can see that this is just going to go here. I basically placed one of these about every 2 walls up, so they're sitting on the actual second wall up here, and then all that needs to be done really is connecting everything into this. We're gonna have to get rid of these lines. So things are gonna be getting shut down, and then we'll restart everything in a second. So I'm gonna go ahead, get rid of this. This is all connected, so I'm pretty sure this is just gonna start killing like everything. So yeah, I just took that off and then just killed everything in this room. Basically, the whole point is kind of isolate it into one single line. So it gets to a point where like, okay, you know, I don't need to have this running or whatever the problem is. If we get to a power issue where it's like, okay, something is just drawing all the power and killing it every time it restarts, we can kind of turn that on and work our way into gradually getting the power back on, as opposed to just trying to turn an entire factory on one switch. So for this side, it's going to be a little more complicated. I'm going to have to work it around a little bit. Basically, I'm probably going to have 3 different rooms like that. This will just power this side, and then I'm going to figure out how I want to handle these layers, because these are just smelters. The screws all be handled on the top. Well, I can get that all into one, but I'm not sure how exactly I want to deal with this. So I'm going to take a second and go up all these and get everything connected to the wall, and I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, so now that I went through and actually connected everything over there, all you really need to do is kind of double check everything. So I have all my lines connected up there, and all the constructors are connected to this. So hopefully, as soon as I connect this line, everything should turn on. If I click on this power line, I can see the max consumption. This is 72, which means there is stuff connected to it. So I'm just gonna hook this up to our actual control line. All this stuff should turn on. So I'm gonna go ahead and double check it. Looks like we got green. This. Go up here real quick and double check all this stuff up here as well. And then I have to figure out where exactly I want to put the lines to connect all this stuff together because I don't have a very good point to do it. That's shut down right now because some of these lines are connected, but I got green on this level as well. And last but not least, just gotta check the screws. It looks like all those are good, so that's all connected, and then now I just need to find a good point to kind of run everything together. I'm going to take a second and try to brainstorm some ideas, and I'll get back to you when I come up. So I kind of looked at it a little bit, and I decided that the best way to do it is going to be kind of put it right here in the stair section. I will add a door to it once I lock it, but basically what's going to be happening is you have your second level miners and your smelters up there, and then you have all the smelters being done down here. This is going to be tied into this line. I'm going to take this off for right now just so I can make sure everything's getting hooked up properly, and I'll hook it up in just a second. But here's your main power. Here's both mighty level. So it's not as fancy and intrinsic. Like technically speaking, I'd probably just run it off of one if I really wanted to. But this is a little bit more in depth about seeing exactly what being powered. So I'm not crazy worried about the miners and the smelters because they need to run together. There's no point in having them run and not having the other one. So I got those set. I really just need to go in here and figure out the mess of this down here because they have like 1, 2, 3, 4. I got like 5 of these in here. I don't even know if I have enough lines to kind of set everything up. I'm gonna wait a second. Is that not connected? Around here. And welcome to working with power lines because even though I connected this, if for some reason it doesn't have power. Oh, probably because it's not hooked up to the actual power. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a second and take down all these power poles and connect everything real quick, and I will get right back to you. So I decided that I'm gonna go ahead and place a power pole here just so I can actually see the consumption of it. These little guys you can't click on. They're really useful in making everything organized, but I can't actually see what's going on with the production on that line. So I'm just adding this in here just so I got something to click on and I can kind of see when everything. Let me connect this in our actual power line. Everything turn on in our actual power grid. Looking like it's on. I just gotta double check real quick. So we got green all around, green right there. So this entire section is now officially organized and powered. The other problem is now I have to figure out what's up with all these, and I gotta shut down all this. So I gotta figure out how to run power lines to everything that's attached to this. It's going to be a problem because I'm not really exactly sure on how I'm going to be able to do this. I might have to run it all the way to the front here. Trying to connect it there. I don't have an actual good place where I can, I could probably run it through this organizer here. I can allow like 2x3 hallway here. I can probably connect everything through this. It might be a little bit difficult to get the copper, but if I run it through the back side, I think I'm going to be able to do that. So I'm going to take a second and I'm going to start shutting everything down again, and hopefully everything goes good. If it makes a massive mess and I get all confused, I'll come talk to you guys and tell you what I messed up. But I'm going to take a second to try to figure all this out. Alright guys, I just want to take a second to kind of go over some of the things that we got going on. I did finish up hooking up everything. I did label this back here. I need to label this still. Everything for the most part is running. I still need to hook up the smelters and the copper production, but overall I just want to kind of redo a lot of that. The problem I'm running into is originally I talked about in the last video. I think I planned about using is my game really gonna crash? Oh dude, my game has crashed like at least 10 times this morning. Just I'm gonna take a second and I'm gonna verify all my game files and everything because I've just been constantly crashing left and right. Like I can't move. So let me take a second and I'll get this fixed and I'll come back to talk about my plans and everything. Okay, now that I've almost killed my computer, we can kind of talk about what I was trying to talk about. Those are not moving smooth at all. Maybe it's just because the rendering is at a distance or what the deal is, but that looks rough. So basically, the plan originally was to take that iron node back there and this iron node, which would be the same thing as what's going on here. Basically, an exact copy of what was happening before, right in this section here. It'd be a little bit cramped and a little bit more like differently shaped. For the most part, that was the idea. However, when I scan for coal, which is what we're going to need to make steel, we get that one over there. Then we get those over there. And I think the next closest one is like back here. Insanely far away is 1100. I don't know how far it's going to go. I know there's some over there though. The problem is that there's no iron in this area. There's iron over there that'll end up taking away from actually what's going on with that coal plant. So I'm trying to make a decision on what I want to use the iron for, because I think the easiest thing would be to maximize everything over there and really use all the coal in that area, just to produce as much power as possible. But at the same time, I also don't have the resources that are capable of doing that, simply because I don't have the Mark II lines for the water. It would just create a ton of pipelines, a ton of everything over there, and really, do I need that right now? So it's just a kind of a catch-22 on what I should do. Um, I'm thinking that definitely this has to move. So I'm going to be moving this space elevator. I'm not sure exactly where I'll put it, but right now it's not doing anything. It's right on top of everything, and it's kind of in my way. I'm going to get rid of that. I'll move the sink and all this stuff here. I do have to figure out the copper as well. So that's going to be another interview, another video of just figuring that out, because I have an entire vein here. I have another vein here. We have AI limiters I would like to make, because now I have the Caterum, or whatever it's called. It's all the way out there, but I can kind of conveyor it into the building, which allow us to kind of build everything. So I don't know if I'll build another modular factory over here, kind of add those two together and then transport it over, or what I'm planning on doing. But there's a whole abysmal amount of projects that I have to do, and I'm just trying to figure out what exactly that I want to do. This video has only been about 12 minutes or something right now at this point. I can't see exactly what it'll be after editing, but as of right now, I still have another like 10-15 minutes of kind of doing stuff. So I'm going to take some time and organize some more stuff and kind of talk about what our plans are actually going to be, and make some decisions on some things. So with all that being said, I'm going to get back to doing what I was doing. I think I'm going to actually take, executive decision, putting it out there. I think I'm going to take the package for the steel, and I'm going to go over there and just get it started. I don't want to do anything massive, but just enough to get steel parts started, so I can get into kind of the minor Mark IIs and add all this stuff. Because even if I unlock those minor Mark IIs, I'll be able to get the same production out of two of these as I would for. It's basically just going to double that number. It's going to go to 240 on a pure node, and then I'll need the Mark III lines, and then once I get the industrial storage, and then I can do my actual storage building over in that back corner. That's going to be, I'll move the hub out of the way. There's a lot to do, so stick with me. And you guys got any ideas on what you want to see done through all that, whether it's making another iron module here or getting into steel? I think that's what I'm going to do right now. But the iron module needs done. I need to work on the copper. I need to get AI limiters going. I need to kind of organize everything. Whatever you guys think I should do. If you think I should reorganize the base and kind of do something different than what I got planned, comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll get to that. I do want to get more into doing the bigger projects. I had a kind of shorter video yesterday, and I'm doing another shorter video today, just simply because there's so much work that needs to get done to kind of make everything happen, and I don't want you guys to really miss a whole lot. I am skipping around a lot, but for the most part, I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how I'm kind of going about organizing and setting up our first factory. So once we get to the point where we get this all set out of the way, and this is running at its maximum capacity, and we have our resource sink running where all of our overflow is taken care of and everything is just handled, at that point, I'll have all the resources and everything I need to kind of go push out and make a real mega factory and get into all of the crazy stuff like airplanes and uranium and just all the nuts stuff that's going to happen. This isn't going to be our only factory that we have. So there's a ton of work that needs to be get done, but I want to kind of teach you guys about how I'm setting up my factories and what you guys can expect later on down the road, as opposed to just, okay, this is what we're doing. I'm going to cut away for 10 minutes and take care of everything. You guys, I want to be able to have you guys see how I plan on setting up the organization and how I plan on getting all this stuff out of here and where it needs to go, as opposed to just, okay, well, here we're doing this today and this is what I built and here it is in a video. So, but at the same time, I can't go crazy into details. You know, I can't sit here. I've played someone of like the range of like 32 hours on this, so I can't sit here and upload 32 hours of gameplay to YouTube and kind of show you guys like every single bit that I'm doing, because some of it's just letting the game run so I can get resources built up, and that's been a big part of it as well. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Just kind of communicate down below with what you guys want to see, and we'll kind of go from there. I'm gonna finish up some more of these little projects so we can get more into bigger stuff here pretty soon. I'm gonna cut away real quick, and I'm gonna go take our package, send off everything that we need to send off in the hub, and I'm gonna go run down to that coal plant real quick and see what exactly needs to be done to get coal power set up. So just give me a quick second here, and I'll be right back. I'm not gonna kill myself this time. You guys thought. Yeah, on top of all the issues I'm already having, I can't look down. Right, like it won't let me look down. On top of all my game crashing and everything else I'm doing with, can't look down. So we'll probably end up calling it. I just want to show you that I did put signs. These signs are actually really cool. You can put images on them and everything now. You can actually see exactly what it is. Really neat. Like I thought it was cool that you can get the like the plates and stuff, like the iron rods. Like I thought that was cool. Once I found you can do the buildings, like that's sweet too. So I got all my stuff. We're gonna put this in here. We need all of our frames and everything, all that. When I was talking about the copper, like this is all the copper wire that I have. I have like another stack of cables in that thing back there, but basically after the first like 2 episodes, I have not produced another thing of copper wire since, and I just been kind of living off what I had produced already. So that was like a whole thing. So I really need to get that going. No. Not listening to Ada. Okay, we're not doing it. I've had enough of it. We're sending this stuff off. Let's we're gonna run down there real quick and see what exactly this is really bothering me. You go down there real quick and see what exactly needs to happen to get everything good, and see if Rome's still down there. If he is, I'm gonna probably cower in fear from him. I need to get a thing where I can actually walk over here because I don't have any. Because I put a wall there now. Can I even get up this? Take a second. I need to get a way to walk through all this because it's causing me a lot of grief. So, how's it going, guys? You guys enjoying the series and everything? I did start getting crystal as well. I don't really want to get super in depth with it right now until we get like crystal oscillators and stuff. There is a recipe that only requires you can make crystal oscillators a little faster, and I know you can run it off of everything that's over here. So okay, all right, I'm leaving. Just staring at my work. Okay, we admire all this, the pipe work organizing, but overall, you know, a nice looking coal plant. I did put a miner on this. It was just because I was trying to get some of the sulfur stuff, some of the stuff kind of taken care of it in the AM itself. I was really hoping to get a C4 because I found a power slug. The purple ones that was in. Alright, go away. Found one of the purple slugs that was locked away in one of those boxes. So I was kind of hoping to get C4, but apparently I'm not far enough along to kind of lock everything in quite yet. Couldn't do that, but I got most of it unlocked. That's where I was able to actually get these Mark II lines from, or the Mark II power lines from. So we have copper. I know there's more coal right there. Let's see if we have iron over here. Gotta add everything together. Yep, it's right there. They're really close to each other for the most part. And if we get the miner Mark IIs, then hopefully we'll be able to kind of hook everything up a little easier, as opposed to like what we're actually running, because it's basically going to double the amount of coal that we're getting off these two. So these 8 will become 16, and there's even another one back there. So there's a lot of coal right here. So I'm not really crazy worried about getting everything. Love to look down and get rid of this, but won't let me. I can't even look down to see where Jerome is, waiting to kill me, but I'm pretty sure he's over here. If those guys are still over here, Jerome's around here somewhere, just ready to murder everything. That being said, I don't want to get into steel right now. I know I was kind of talking about it, but this video is kind of hitting that mark where it's getting pretty long, so I am going to cut it off because the steel will be a big project, and I'm going to leave that for the next episode. So basically, we just talk real quick about my schedule and what I'm planning on doing. So I'm going to complete this series, whether it gets views or not. If nobody comments, then that's great. Well, I guess it's not great. If nobody comments, then it is what it is. If people do comment, if people like the series, that's great too. So I'm gonna continue to do this. I'm gonna continue to consistently update or upload as much as possible, and just kind of see what happens. If you guys are enjoying it, please let me know down below. Any comments, like, seriously, it like makes my day. Like, I was at work the other day and I got a comment on one of my videos. I literally got so excited that I worked myself into an anxiety attack at work because I was just like, I don't know, it sounds dumb, but this is something that I care about a lot, and I'm having a lot of fun doing, and I'm going for it. And if I'm not doing a good job and it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out, but I'm going to give it the best that I can give. I just want to kind of give you guys just some expectations on what you can kind of see what's going on. Basically, my schedule is I work from about 3 o'clock to 11 when I get home at night. Sometimes I record like little bits here and there, but I don't really do the big stuff until the morning. So usually I'll get up around like 10 or so, and I'll actually make the videos for the day, and I'll edit everything. And usually by like 12 to like 1 o'clock, you can expect a video to come out almost every day. On the weekends, they're maybe a little bit different because it's kind of outside my regular work schedule, so I'll have to see what I plan on doing that. But basically, Monday through Friday, almost always you expect a video posted around like 1 o'clock. Sometimes there might be a little bit of filler episodes like this where it's just little stuff of me kind of fixing everything that needs to get fixed, or redoing the cop or whatever it is. And sometimes it'll be big videos like get it into steel and how I'm going to organize all that. So that's what you guys can expect. Like I said multiple times, like, please, if you're interested, comment down below. Even if it's just like a joke or something dumb, like, fine. I want to hear from you guys. I want to know that there's an actual response to the videos and you guys are enjoying what I'm doing. So that being said, I know this is probably all long-winded and there's a lot of me talking in this episode, but just want to kind of communicate with you guys so you guys can know what's going on and everything. All that being said, that's going to be it for the video. This is heading out. You guys have a wonderful day.